Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to my crochet story. Today is Tuesday, September the 26th, and I am here to share with you a new crochet book that I just was introduced to. But before I get to that, let me say thank you to all of you for being here. You know that I greatly appreciate your time because time is precious to all of us. If this is your first time here, welcome in. I hope that you like what you see, especially once you get to looking at this new book. I think you will enjoy it. If you do, please consider going and looking at all the other content on my channel, and then hit that subscribe button and look for the bell that has those cute little hugs on the side, because it'll notify you every time I upload content. So, let me tell you about this book. Um, this book was introduced to me in a Zoom room that I frequent quite a lot, and one of the ladies there had found it and ordered it and shared it with us, and I was like, oh, I've got to get that book. Now, again, this is one of those things that I said I would never ever do, but after looking at the book and getting it myself, I think I'm going to give it a gander. I really, really do. I think that there is at least one or two patterns in here that should be easy enough even for Maureen to try out. It is my goal to eventually do all 16 because there are 16 of them in here. So just let me pause a minute and show you what book I'm talking about. Crocheted Socks. I know, probably not a big deal to you, but I always thought socks had to be knitted. And then I did find a pattern. You know, when you go to like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, they every once in a while have just a little paper tag there with a pattern or something on it. Well, there was a cute sock pattern there, and oh man, I can do that. It was a tube sock pattern. How can you mess that up, right? Well, I did. I did both of them. They didn't come out the same length, nor did they come out the same diameter. I mean, I don't know where I messed up, folks, but I messed up. And so that was the end of that. I said I tried it, can't do it, not going to do it again. But I am a little older now. And like I said, I just fell in love with the patterns that she showed us out of this book. And I thought, all right, never say never, because guess what? This is another one that's coming to bite me in the tushy, because I am going to give it a try. So let's look at some of these cute sock patterns in here. You want to? Just a sec. Let me get the book open. Oh, let me tell you, this is a compilation by Janet Rayfelt, I think, and Mary Jane Wood. I will leave a link down in the description box because I did get this off of Amazon. Now, you probably could find it at one of your other favorite bookstores, you know, maybe Half Price Books, or someone was telling me of another one, World Books or Books of Plenty or something like that. But like I said, I got it off of Amazon, so I'll be able to share that link with you. Now, let me tell you what I really, really liked about this book that I don't remember being maybe we discussed it. I think we were so excited about the cute little patterns in here that we just got to looking at it. But this one has sock basics. Now, when I mean sock basics, it tells you an awful lot, like yarn choices, terrific tools to use, sock construction, sock terminology with little, see the little pictures up there in the corner? Now, isn't that nice? I mean, I just really, and I didn't even know there was a difference between heels, to tell you the truth. So I thought, hey, I learned something new when I opened up the book. Let's see. It talks about the legs. It talks about how to measure and even custom fit your socks if you want to. It tells you how to shape the toes, the difference between the two heels, and there are two different heel choices. Did you know that? Let me flip back over here. There is one that is called the sock with a heel flap and gusset, and then there is a sock with a short rode heel. Guess we'll find out once I start making these and sharing them with you. And then, like I said, they give you little tips and tricks on how to custom fit it. Oh, I loved this page right here. Look at this. It tells you like shoe size, sock sizes, measurements. A very nice chart to have in this book. You don't have to go looking for it. Tells you how to take the measurements of the foot, especially if you want to custom fit it. So that's very nice to do. And then it goes into special stitches that are going to be used in some of the patterns. Most of these we already know. Single crochet, double crochet, front and back post, reverse single crochet, which just talked about the other day, on Twisted Fiber Friends. It's also known as the crab stitch. But anyway, increases and decreases. Now, one in here that you may not know, but it's the instructions are very easy to follow. They even give you pictures to look at. The cross cable pattern. Let's see. Half doubles and increases, slip stitches. Yes, trying on the socks, washing, tips, depending on the type of yarn you choose to use. And then of course there is a page on the abbreviations that are used throughout all of the patterns in the book. So let's start looking at some of these. Now this first one is called Easy Does It, and it is a pattern by Janet. Let's see, it was made with cotton, Lana Grossa cotton, which is a blend of 45% cotton, 40% wool, 13% nylon. It uses a size D and an E hook. It gives you the stitches that you're going to be using and starts right up. So this one is going to be built starting at the cuff and going down. But look at that pretty little sock. Isn't that cute? I just think that's adorable. And it looks like to me that it is done in the round. Now, like I said, it looks like. I'm not real sure. I haven't read all of the pattern. But I think it would be a very interesting one to do. Now, this one here, I think it may not be my first sock that I make out of this book, but it's a pretty close second. This one's called the Classic Cabled Rib. Look at that sock. Is that not pretty? Now, that's not a color I would have chosen or will choose, but I do think it is a very pretty sock. Let me see what it's going to take, or what they used for it. This one was by, let me back up and tell you who submitted this one. This one was done as a collaboration between Mary Jane and Janet. They used Lang J wool superwash merino that is 75% new wool, 18% nylon, 7% acrylic, and it took 2 balls for this pair of socks, and they used the size E hook. Alrighty. Now this next one is called the Oxford Style. This pattern is submitted by Janet. She has it in 2 different colors for you to look at it. I think I'll tell you which one is my favorite in a minute. This one requires, again, the Lana Grossa virgin wool, 80% and 20% nylon. It called for 2 balls. You'll be using a size D hook. And if you wanted to use a different color, which I'll show you here in just a minute, you'll only need 1 ball of the same type of yarn, just in a different color. But there is the Oxford Style for you. Alrighty. And I just really, really love the instructions in here. They're very detailed. Now this one here is called Fancy Cuffs, and it's submitted by Mary Jane. Look at this. I just love the detail on that little sock. Is that not cute? I just think that's really, really precious. Let me pop in here. This one uses Scholler Esslinger Fortissima. It's 75% wool, 25% nylon. You needed two balls of the blue and about 20 yards of the off-white. I wanted to see the pattern stitches. Oh, the top is made with little shells and a front post double crochet cluster. That's really pretty. Really, really pretty. I like this one just because of the name. It's one by Janet and it's called Tutti Frutti. And that really does look like a Tutti Frutti sock, doesn't it? I thought it was really cute. I think this one here would be a very easy one to use. It just uses a back loop, chain, single crochet, decrease, and a slip stitch. What a great sock to start out with, especially for me. And then it looks like that the the cuff is just made out of ribbing. Let's see, and you do start from the cuff down just like you would on a beanie that has a brim. Where you start from the bottom up, you build the brim first. About the same principle here. The materials, she used the Lana Grossa cotton again, 45% cotton, 40% wool, 13% nylon, and she used a size D hook for the cuff and the heel and a size G for the rest of the sock. So this one has two hooks that you would need. Now this one's called Confetti. It's not, I don't know if it's because of the yarn that's used or what. It was not one of my favorites, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't be yours, or maybe if it probably will be more along about number 12 or 13, maybe even a little lower. If I'm going to do all the socks in here, like I said, this one just didn't seem to be one of my favorites. It is submitted by Janet. Now the cool thing about this sock is that it has a little rolled cuff at the top. So there it is. Now like I said, you may think that that's just adorable, but I don't know. I think the name is cute. It definitely goes with the top sock, being called Confetti. But I don't know. I just couldn't wrap my head around the design of it, and a lot of it may just be the yarn, but we all have things that we like and things that we don't. This one, oh, you can make it with a short cuff or a long cuff. Now if you make the long cuff, you're going to have a little bit more material, but either one is made with mercy, I can't say. It is a cotton, let me just put it that way. A cotton that is blended with 38% wool, 37% cotton, 25% nylon. And you would need two balls. Well, it says you'd need two balls if we made the long cuff or the short cuff. Nothing crazy about the stitches. Front post, double crochets, half double crochets, singles, and a decrease. So nothing hard about that. Now this one I really, really like. I can see myself making a bunch of them for everybody in the family because I think these would just be great to wear around the house. This is called Tennis Anyone. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And to me it is just the perfect size, everything. Little anklet sock, I wear quite a bit of those around the house, so I'm anxious to work on this one. It is submitted by Janet. It says this pattern features the top down method, the foundation stitch cuff, and the heel flap with the gusset. So we have a chain, back post double crochet, front post double crochet, singles, and single crochet decreased. Now she used Cascade Fixation, which is 98% cotton and 2% elastic. And she only needed one ball of the Cascade. The first one, you need two balls of what I gave you in the white, and then 1 in the blue. So whatever color combination you're going to need, it's going to be a 2 to 1. 2 for the main color and 1 for the little contrasting color. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. But I see myself making a lot of these. Now this one is called the Ribbed Hiker. It is also submitted by Janet. I love the color of yarn that was chosen for the little sock. Let's see. Let's look at the yarn and the stitches. The yarn that she used is called Brown Sheep Wildfoot. It's 80% wool, 15% nylon. The color is called Geranium, and she used an E hook for the cuff and a G hook for the rest of the sock. Now the cuff is, if you remember seeing it, it's a long cuff. So the stitches that are used are the back post double crochet, the double crochet, front post double crochet, single crochet, decrease, and a split single crochet, which she does give you a description on how to do that if you've never worked with a split single crochet stitch before. Now I tell you what, folks, these patterns are just so well written. One thing I did not mention, and I'm sorry, is that they give you dimension of each sock when it's finished, laying down flat, folded. It gives you of what it should be, the circumference of the leg, the circumference of the foot, how long it should be from the floor, which means the bottom of the foot, to the cuff. I mean, this is just very well written patterns. Now I really like this next sock, and I know I will be doing it, and it's not so much because of the name of the sock, but I love the stitches that were used to construct it. This is called Pebbled Sand, and it really does look like pebbled sand. Now I know that that's a lot to do with the stitches that she chose and the yarn as well. The stitches are just double crochets, your extended singles, your front post, and a single crochet. That's all there is to it. I really can't wait to work on this sock. She used a reggae color, which is 75% wool, 25% nylon, and she used a size E hook for the entire sock, and it is built from the ribbing of the cuff down. This is like my top 2-3. I mean, yes, I'm definitely going to be making this one. This one's called a mini clustered lace. Lace patterns tend to have more give or stretch than most solid patterns used in socks, and this makes them nicely suited for cotton yarns because, as we all know, cotton is not stretchy. When worked correctly, the lace pattern in this multicolored lace should align straight up and down along your leg and your foot. The small cluster pattern looks similar to a knitted lace pattern and is slightly stretchy. I love this pattern. Is that not gorgeous? And to me, it really does look like a little knitted sock. I can't wait to get my hands on what I need to make this sock. The materials that were used is Scholler Esslinger cotton. It's a funny name, cotton, but I'm just going to call it cotton. It's 38% wool, 37% cotton, 25% nylon. You need 2 balls for it and a size E hook. The only stitches that are required is the back post double crochet, front post double crochet, a single crochet, and a single crochet decrease. Now tell me you can't work those stitches and make that sock. I mean, like I said, I can't wait to get my hands on my material and get this one done. I'm really in love with this sock. Alright, this next one is really cute. I already have a family member in mind for this one. Hint, hint, I am going to tell you it's for one of the boys. This is called Jaguar, Jaguar. Now, doesn't that just look like it needs to fit on the foot of a little boy? I think that is so precious. I love the yarn. I'll definitely have to get this yarn for this sock because the little boy I have in mind, this is him. Color-wise, the wildness of it, everything. She used 2 balls of the Reggae Jaguar color that is 75% wool, 25% nylon. She needed 2 balls for it, and she used a size E hook. The stitches required are corset chain, the back post double crochet, front post double crochet, and single crochet. That's all there is to it, folks. But I really love that one. Oh, I didn't tell you who that one was entered by. That one was by Janet. Did I tell you who the lace one was? Oh man, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This lace one was submitted by Janet as well. Oh, goodness. Now, this next one is called Fancy Brickwork, and it really does look like fancy brickwork. And I tell you what, the color choices here immediately made me think of St. Patty's Day. So, and I mean, the way the bricks are put on here made me think of Ireland with all their beautiful rock fences, you know. I mean, this is a really great looking sock. It's submitted by Mary Jane. The color changes in this sock appear more complicated than they actually are. Each round uses only one color, so the socks will work up very quickly. So this is called the Fancy Brickwork. Hope I'm getting those socks in there. Yeah. So let's look at what she used. Let's see. You'll need 1 ball of patent croys in the green, or you know, your alternate, one of your colors. You'll just need 1 ball. Both of them are 85% wool, 15% nylon. The other one, you'll just need 1 ball of an alternating color, like I said. The stitches that are used, again, folks, back loop, back post, double crochet, double crochet decrease, front post crochet, single crochet. I mean, these are all stitches that we already know how to do. But again, like I said, if you don't, there are pictures and very well written descriptions on how to place your hook, pull up loops, that kind of thing. Now, these last few socks are not any that I will probably attempt at all, unless my kids happen to find the book and go, oh, Grammy, please, you know, then what do? Do you tell them no? This first one is called the Terrific Thong, and it splits right between the big toe and the other 4 toes. Now, these kind of socks don't interest me. You know, they're just not my thing. But if one of the kids see it and wants me to have it, I'll give it a go. But no promises. The stitches on this one are just extended single crochets, and single crochet decrease. So it's not really a hard sock to do. It's just, like I said, it's not my cup of tea. The colors that were used is 1 ball of Cascade, that's 100% wool, 100%, and another ball in an alternate color. And the size F hook was used for the cuff, and the size G was used for the rest of the sock. And this pattern was submitted by Mary Jane. Now, this next one immediately made me think of Christmas. It also made me think that if I got a much thicker yarn and a much larger hook, might make a really, really cute Christmas stocking. So I'm going to play with it, and I'll let you know how it turns out. But this one is called Red Hot by Janet. Doesn't that make you think of Christmas, folks? Sure did me. So let's see what materials she used. She used one ball of, mercy these words. I'm going to spell it for you, just in case you're interested. Adriafil. Adriafil Stars is 50% viscose, 50% nylon. She only needed one ball of the red, and then she used 2 balls of the Plymouth Dream Baby DK microfill, which is 50% microfill, 50% nylon, and of course she used it in the color red too. She used a size E hook for the leg, the heel, and the foot, and she used a size F hook for the cuff, which of course the cuff is made out of that I'm looking here. Oh, it's made out of the first one I mentioned, the Adriafil Stars. So I guess that's the one with all the fuzzy. Yes. It is. You start with the cuff and then work your way down to the yes, it is. It's the stars material that you work out with first. And that one you'll start with your E hook, and then once you get past the cuff, starting with the leg is when you'll do a with the leg parts when you'll do a size change. I'm sorry. This last one is really, really cute. It will fall somewhere in the middle of the socks I want to use. Not because of any particular reason. It just won't be one of my first top fives, I guess you could say. This one's called the Harlequin Cables, and it is submitted by Janet. I do love the black and white. I think it's gorgeous. Let's see, the stitches that were used is the cross cable pattern. Remember I told you that stitch is in the stitch description and how it's supposed to be made. Double crochets, front post double crochets, half double crochets, decreases, and single crochets. The materials that were used was 1 ball of Line Brand Wool E Sport Weight. You had to have 1 ball for the black and 1 ball for the white. The sport weight is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. The size G hook is used for the cuff and the legs, and the size E hook is used for the heel and the foot. All right, I think there's one more in here, and again, I don't see myself making this sock, but like I said, if the kids see it and they want it, I probably will. It's called Wiggly Toes, and I bet you can guess why. Aren't they cute? I mean, they're cute, but it's not anything, not anything I would want to wear. I didn't like them the first time they came out. Let's see. Alrighty, it requires you working in the back loop of some of your stitches, front loop of some of your stitches, a half double crochet, half double crochet decrease, your reverse single crochet, which I call the crab stitch, and single crochets and single crochet decrease. Now, if you only want to do it in one solid color, you'll need 2 balls of a 75% wool and 25% nylon blend. This is that reggae Ringle again. Now, if you use the one with the multicolored toes, you will need 2 balls of the 75% wool, 25% cotton. And then for each color that you wish to use for your toes, you'll need approximately 25 yards in the same yarn blend. What am I trying to say? Yarn blend of 75% wool and 25% nylon. Sorry, I had an air bubble slip through there real quick. And that is the last in the book. Yes, and of course, they have acknowledgments here, and then there's just a little bit about the authors who submitted their patterns. There's Janet and Mary Jane. So I am excited to work up some of these patterns in here. I will let you know how it goes. Of course, I won't be working them up like one right after the other, but I see this as a fun 2 or 3 month project, where I pop on and show you my progress on 1 or 2 socks and see how it goes. Like I said, never say never. Just because I had a bad experience the first time making socks doesn't mean that I have to just throw the idea away altogether, right? So, again, Crocheted Socks. If you haven't seen the book, interested in the book, I'll leave where I got it down in the description for you. So thank you so much. I hope you made it all the way to the end here and got to see some of those cute patterns, and it gets you stirred up because this is already September, and for some of you, you are already starting to have some chilly nights and chilly mornings. So maybe crocheting up a few pairs of socks will help keep your feet warm. Until next time, folks, please remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they are desperately waiting to see. Till next time, I love you all. Bye.